matchup on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the Baltimore Ravens. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing now is Geno.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game, to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains, because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And Walker now to throw on 1st down.
Throw left side complete. That's Hunt.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done, because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here's Walker. Complete on the quick throw to Moore.
And he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Hunt will take this one in. Touchdown, Carolina.
They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing is Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Hold the 6.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The Ravens at 4-5, a game under 500. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Let's go now.
Another run here with Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Great work by Damian Wilson to drop him behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Let's go.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll try the air now with Smith. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Matt Ioannidis bullying his way in and sticking him to the turf.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
From the 22, Walker trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half, because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. Up the middle, here's Edwards. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
70.
They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. They'll run for it. It's Edwards. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Walker. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength. That's great. Mobility, great. But you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun here, Walker. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. Finding space at the 40. Now he's loose at the 40. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Pretty good yards after the catch there on that crossing route. Is a crossing route good for a quarterback because the receiver's coming across his line of vision?
They love those kind of throws. And how many times have you seen any of what we call an in-breaking route? Quarterback really turns it loose, doesn't he? Has a lot more confidence because he can see the play right in front of him.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
On 2nd down and 4, Walker. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Let's go now.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Walker. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Terrace Marshall as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Smith. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
To throw is Walker. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. To throw is Walker. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. But he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This has not been a fun game for this defense. They've definitely had their share of struggles, but they needed to make a play right there, and they finally get it done on 3rd and goal.
19 Lions.
4th down, Walker. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 4-yard line.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That's pulled in at the 32. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Walker now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now Walker. And this is going to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Open man is Duvernay. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
They're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that 0. Now Geno on 1st down. Right back to Duvernay. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Smith throwing again. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Smith. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Smith. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing. Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Xavier Woods with a pick. There he goes right side. Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. But just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
Here we go.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Okay, ready?
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Off of play action, here's Smith. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
Let's go now. Cougar 19.
Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 56 yards on the ground for him so far.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And Dobbins, he is not going to get there. They stop him short of the line to gain. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
A give. Dobbins trying the right side. Down to about the 45. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Now a timeout called for by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Geno now to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.